The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, tryna figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get nice music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roke on today, like, feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
Never get that job. Damn.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It's time for story time with Tiki.
Oh, shit. All right. So I had a job interview today, right? And I tried to log on like all extra early so I could change my name from Tiki Blue to my government. Well, the host, I got in. Well, I was in the waiting room, but the host of the call couldn't get in. So we ended up having to get a new link and start over. Well, he got in before I got the new link set up and was able to get in. So then he's like, Tiki Blue. I was like, oh, shit. He was like, well, I'm just going to tell you right now, we need to start with the meaning behind this name because this is not who I'm scheduled to have my interview with. And my daytime job is a completely different personality from my Tiki Blue alter ego. So I told, at first I'm like, look, I do a podcast, so this is my pseudonym that I use. It's not, And then he wants to deep dive into the show, the topics, how long I've been doing it. Would it be my dream job? And he's like, can I get the link so I can listen? And I'm just like, damn, I'm not gonna get that job. That's a wrap, damn. Oh, well.
But person who was looking, like and subscribe.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Why aren't you keeping track of your own score? I'm
That's
just
true.
saying.
You really don't need to know the number. You just
You really don't. You needed to
going.
see. This is the problem with your generation. There's no accountability.
My generation, no accountability.
Boomers typically that is
Right.
a trick
All
that
they
they
do-
always
Do you just call me a boomer?
They sit there and complain, and they want somebody else to fix it, which would be us.
If you're not a boomer, you're definitely boomer adjacent.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
What is the most pointless question that somebody could ask you in an interview? And then what's the most pointless question that you see constantly on job applications?
I hate, what's your weakness?
That
I
one's
got one
trash.
even better than that, Tiki. I got the mother of all of them that I don't understand to save my life, which is,
What you got?
all right, so I've got your resume here. So what's got you out there looking? Why am I looking for another job? The same reason why your shit is on LinkedIn, because I'm always looking for the betterment of myself. What kind
Always
of
looking
stupid
for
ass
the bag.
question is that?
Always
I'm chasing the
looking
bag,
for the
motherfucker.
bag.
The same thing you doing.
Exactly. Because
What the hell?
if another bag is dang on in front of you, your ass gonna jump.
You gonna bounce too.
Looking for the bag, homie. That's it.
That should be killing me. So what's got you looking like, nigga? I hate what I'm doing, and I want to come to where you are so I can be there for a little while and then start to hate what I'm doing and move on. That
is
part.
correct. That part right there. That's it right there. That's that part right there.
I think the most pointless, it's not even a question. The most pointless part of the application process upload your resume. Okay, upload my resume. And then the next section, fill out your job history. Why the fuck did I just upload my resume?
I hate that shit. I hate that shit with a passion. I do hate it.
Shout out to Greenhouse who got that shit right. You upload your resume, you answer a couple of questions, you hit send. Gone. That's it. So Greenhouse, if you're looking to sponsor somebody, we're down with you because you get right to the shit. Upload your resume, that's it.
You know, I believe my daytime utilizes Greenhouse, so I think it has been pretty painless with them. Yeah.
Few questions.
Yes.
So, what is the worst thing? Well, I guess did we talk about the interview questions or the application questions?
We answered the interview question. We didn't answer the application question.
Okay, so what's the craziest, the dumbest thing on the application?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I think it's the job history part. Or you know what? No, I hate those essay style questions at the end when they start asking you, tell me about a time when, or what would you do in this situation when? Why do you feel you are qualified for this position? You know what? I'm not qualified for this bitch, but you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there because apparently nobody else has snatched it up.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
But my only problem with foam soaps is it'd be hard to find ones in the store that's antibacterial. Like most of them say gentle hand soap. They don't necessarily say, you know what I mean?
With the Rona out here, we need full antibacterial treatment.
Oh no, I mean, I'm cool with the gentle hand soap. I mean, look, we got all of Bath and Body Works' whole collection of scented hand soaps, and they smell just lovely. It's just if you scrub long enough, something gonna die.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
However you want to frame it up. Speaking of the worst, though, when we jumping right into it, somebody who was the best at what they did, now they're just the worst. R. Kelly, found guilty.
Oh,
man, that Me Too.
All federal charges.
Man, that Me Too movement, it's not messing around. You get caught up in that, they gonna get you.
It's over.
You know what?
What your granddaddy used to do back in the day don't count no more.
Plus, I feel that once they let Bill Cosby out, they was gonna have to trade somebody was gonna have to go in. So
yeah,
it's Aura's turn. So he's gonna have to go.
They're gonna have to capitalize, trade it out.
Yeah, it's Aura's turn. Now, if he run up on the next poor sucker, they can take over. Then hey, maybe they'll let him out and they'll put the next one in. But they let Bill out, so Aura got to go.
So what happens now? Because for a lot of people, you know, R. Kelly is like part of the soundtrack to your like growing up. You know, like it's a lot of good songs, a lot of great albums, a lot of memorable stuff that man's part of.
It was the first concert first live concert I'd ever been to.
Wow.
Man.
So what do you mean, like, by that? Are you saying that you want to know, like, how do we pivot and shift or handle this as a culture? Like, would we still be listening to it, or are we going to ban him?
Well, I know this is a subject that we talked about like several times on this show when it comes to artistry and can you separate the two of them. And I guess sometimes you got to draw the line with that depending on what somebody has going on, you know. Mm-hmm. In this situation, for me personally, my comfortability factor of, you know, if I'm listening to that, like my daughter walks in the room and she's like, R. Kelly, isn't that the guy who, you know, he preys on women? Like, why are you listening to that? And I can't be like, well, that's separate. That's separate from the music. Like, no, you probably shouldn't be listening to it. You probably should. There's no separating the two because it's like, damn, well, what was he singing about? Who's he talking to?
Well, let me ask you that. If you say you can't separate the two, don't you feel that the music and entertainment industry in general forces artists to push beyond the boundaries to create the next best thing, what's hot, what's new, what's happening? But in order for these people to keep creating the next best thing, they've got to go to some weird places. And sometimes it does trigger like weird stuff in them that they don't bounce back from. Do you think that this could possibly be one of those cases? Or like, do you think this is something that we'll see more of? Because I mean, think about it. You hear a lot of stories about how artists are really crazy. They're out of their mind. They do weird things, but they're like, oh, but they're so brilliant. You know, like, what's the price of brilliance? I guess that's my essential question. What's the price of brilliance?
Well, it's not running a sex cult. That shouldn't be the price of it.
But what is the price of brilliance?
The price of brilliance is the person who finds it valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because brilliance has a price, and it is valuable as long as there's someone who's willing to invest and profit off of it. So there's always going to be someone who's willing to sacrifice. I mean, look at how valuable he was, apparently, that a lot of people compromise their own personal values in order to still support the brand of who he was. And so I'm sure a lot of people were in conflict, but let's just be clear. I'm going to be devil's advocate here. And I'm like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If we really want to be like, oh, yes, we can never listen to him again, like, how much other stuff in entertainment, in fashion, and all these other facets, athletes, and all this other stuff, are we going to hold their feet to the fire too? Elvis Presley, like, come on, he's a big deal and everybody glorifies him. That girl was 14 years old, if not younger.
Buddy Holly.
Yes, all of these dudes.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes, so it's only revered as a problem when it's not a white man, because that was okay. And so no one, it's very well known that Priscilla was extra underage for him, but it was tolerable. Although, I mean, so people cancel people well after they're dead. You can't even listen to that Christmas song that everybody likes, "Baby It's Cold Outside," because now the culture has canceled that song.
Fuck the culture. Old. That's my favorite Christmas song, and I'm gonna keep listening to it. Fuck them.
There you go. So I think that everybody has to, you know, make their decision, because, like, even no matter what industry you're in, you have to make that decision for yourself. I don't think it's a blanketed situation. We never support everything that people do, but people aren't one-dimensional. They're three-dimensional. So you usually pick parts of people that you like. All of these politicians are crazy and involved in sex trafficking and all this other stuff, but it doesn't mean that they're disciplined the same way and they're allowed to stay in office. And we talked about that before too. So it just depends on the value that you're contributing to society as to whether people are gonna really let you slide with this stuff or not, or if people are going to be able to justify it in good conscience, who they're gonna pick and choose. Because there's other people. Y'all are big sport heads. There's a lot of athletes that do some crazy stuff, but are you not going to watch the team anymore?
I mean, that's more individualized when you start talking about a guy on the team. Like Easy and I have talked about this. We had a guy on our Super Bowl winning team who was basically a serial rapist, essentially. But that doesn't have nothing to do with the Saints organization or us pulling for him. It's not like I'm walking around with a goddamn Darren Sharper jersey on today. Okay. So
Big Ben
like if you listen to some of the stories about the things that Big Ben was involved in, a Steeler fan should never in their life wear his jersey, pull for him, anything.
But this is the hard part. R. Kelly was such an integral part of the music culture. He literally wrote, produced.
Name a song. Name a big song. He wrote it. Name a big artist that he hasn't produced for.
And that's what I was going to, that was my next question. So if R. Kelly came right now, because it's historically, whenever he's gotten into a lot of trouble, he's come out with a damn badass album. So if he put out some badass shit right now, would we support it? Would you support it?
Let me tell you something. Nobody's gonna admit it, but that shit gonna hit iTunes chart. Drake just had to release like a statement because R. Kelly got so much stuff on the back end of music that they had to kind of give him credit on a song that he's not technically on, but because they used a particular beat, they had to credit him for it, and people was having problems. I'm like, this guy goes deep into music in places that we aren't always familiar with, from beats to lyrics to whatever. So R. Kelly may not be singing a song, but he probably wrote it. So it's like, how far are we going to go with some of our other favorite artists who work with him and give up all of those songs? I can't promise that I will, but I get the dilemma.
You should at least
right now. If somebody put on half on a baby, that that shit drop. I might be like, well,
come up with stuff. Everybody's got things in their personal life, but when you look at the egregiousness of what was being done here, that's been proven. Where before it was just rumors. This R. Kelly, this the Pied Piper. I can't let that go over some rumors. Shit happens. But when
we knew it was real when we saw the video of him pissing on that girl.
I never watched that video, but
I never watched that. Idea. But the point I'm making is that
to watch that. I felt like the government was gonna come get me, so I never watched it.
But what I'm saying is that people have stuff, like I said, on their resumes that aren't that great. A lot of people. But in the aspect of when you find that it's proven and how egregious that it is, how can you in good conscience still be able to do that? It's sort of like, again, like I said, I'd have to explain that where if I'm listening to 12 play and my daughter or my wife or somebody's asking me, well, why in the hell are you listening? So,
well, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people, and I'm just going to keep it 100, people are going to still listen to R. Kelly, and they're going to do it in the privacy of their own home. Are you probably going to catch people bumping R. Kelly in their car or in a more party setting? No. But I'm going to tell you right now, as 12-player chocolate factory coming in, some things
I was going to say, you're giving people just a little bit too much credit right now by saying in the privacy, because that guy exists. That guy is out there right now who's like, I'm going to listen to my R. Kelly right fuck now. I'm going to listen to it here. That guy's out there. So he's going to do it just to be defiant. Like, they're not going to silence, R. Kelly, even though your conscience is telling you probably leave it alone.
This is what you got to be real about. For a lot of people, R. Kelly, it's not really even about him. A lot of people connected particular experiences to R. Kelly. A lot of people made their kids to R. Kelly. A lot of people, it was their first concert or they made friendships. It's more nostalgic for a lot of people because R. Kelly ain't made nothing in a long time. But
make new memories. You ain't even mentioned like the movies that half of them tracks was on, and
yes,
make
people,
new memories.
Psychologically, they have connected. Like every time you hear R. Kelly songs, I swear to God, somebody tells a story about where they were during that time or what was popping. Oh my God, that's when I was dating Tyrone. Like I whatever. Or oh my God, I had this song at a birthday party and this happened. Like people are connected to those songs in a very different way, and it really doesn't have as much to do with him personally as it is. It's just emotional for them. So that's why I said, we got to just be honest about it, because what you're saying is correct, but let's keep it 100. That's what people want to do in front of people, but their nostalgia for certain things is still going to be there. They going to listen to it. If not, this is why I'm saying this. If not, and this is really how people felt about it, he would have been canceled a long fucking time ago. This dude survived 20 years in the game with the same stories. So that means that his value and his contribution to the music society outweighed his discretion. Period.
Hell, Aaliyah been gone almost 20 years, and just think, the stuff was circulating before she died. I mean, so hell, it's been longer than 20 years.
There you go. So it is scary in a sense because it just shows you where people's values really are, but it's like no point in sugarcoating it. It is what it is, and this is reality, and this is just really how people are wired. It doesn't make it 100% right. It sounds great to be like, I'm never listening to another R. Kelly song again. Now I can admit I haven't really listened to an R. Kelly song personally. I haven't put it on my music devices. However, I am aware that I can't assassinate somebody else's character because they choose to play the song. Like, I get it. I don't think they support what he did, but I do think they just feel an emotional connection to the music, because R. Kelly the way he does his lyrics, I feel it's the way Tank does his lyrics, and you just kind of connect with that, because right now we don't have no grown music. It's a lot of little boy stuff out here. So it's very few artists as an adult woman that you connect to. And sometimes his lyrics just, it is what it is.
Well, it seemed like he was only talking to the kid in you, not the adult in you, though.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Like, Diva made a good point. I know I brought it up before, too. Like, there's professional athletes that have like been, convicted of beating up women, abusing women, doing stupid shit. And as soon as they throw that jersey on, like, woo! He scored a touchdown, baby. I love that guy, man. Yes, thank you.
They'll hit you with that. Who cares about what he do off the field, but on the field, that's what I'm concerned
right.
about.
He on the clock.
And there's somebody on the show that says that exact quote.
Can he catch the ball? Can he catch the ball?
So I think, I look at it like this. If I wanted to be in law school, I would have went to law school. So I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. They did their job. They found them guilty of the charges. I'm going to leave that at that. Obviously, what he did was wrong. It's not right in any sense. But, if I got to sit here and think about all the connections to R. Kelly and who I got to boycott or stop listening to because R. Kelly was affiliated with them in some way, that takes too long. I'm going to just listen to the music and know in the back of my mind that he's a scumbag. Right. But like we talked about with that sport.
Catholic Church. That's all I'm gonna say. That let me tell you something. That's worldwide a big problem with children. That's the Catholic Church. That's all I'm gonna say. People still go. People still support it. People still rock it. I'm just saying. I'm telling you.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I love this candle. It's my favorite. Limoncello.
I'm about to say, it sounds bougie.
Well, I mean, look who's
smells great.
It looks like you can drink it.
Speaking of Buckhead, it sounds like the name of a restaurant in Buckhead.
I would love to name a restaurant limoncello. That'd be so dope.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
I
promise if I see a restaurant in Buckhead called Limoncello, I'm suing.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Okay, cool. So this week for not random shit, one gotta go. We're going to do green vegetables, which we know 16 don't mess with the green vegetables like that, so this should be interesting.
We'll see.
We shall. So we got 4 choices: okra, kale, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. So one of them gotta go.
Okra.
And looks like Tiki Blue has her pick. Off the rip, for me, kale gotta get the fuck out.
Hell no.
I can pick. Look, I can pick any other leafy vegetable to use on my salad. I'm straight. It's not bad. I eat kale. I just want to put that out there. But I've had, like grilled Brussels sprouts. I've had okra and shrimp and sausage. Broccoli's good. So it's not that I hate kale. I just don't want it on this list anymore. You may proceed.
I do not like. I grew up in South Carolina, and we literally had an okra strut festival every year, and okra was nasty then. It's some hairy, slimy, itchy, nasty shit now. Like, it can go.
Somebody ain't cooking right for you. Sounds like you've been traumatized by bad okra. That's what I'm getting.
I don't like that. It's the texture. I don't like any. I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste. It's gross.
If you eating that and it's still like that and it's supposed to be cooked, somebody wanted to do you wrong.
But I will eat kale all day long. I like Brussels sprouts and I like broccoli. So, yeah.
All right. So we got 1 kale, 1 Brussels sprout.
Okay. I hate. What is it? Okra? It's slimy. Like, what's the point of that? It's only good if it's fried.
God! Look, just say nobody's cooked okra right for y'all. Just say
that. No. I've had okra 50 ways, and it's disgusting. All of them. I know. It's only good it right, fried.
It's not supposed to be slimy.
A lot of people in the South cook it slimy. They like it that way.
They ain't cooking it right. Period.
Somebody actually gave me some fried okra 2 days ago by mistake, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. Nope, still disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what? Since I do like
16,
it fried,
do you agree with me on this? Did I miss something? Like back home,
no,
slimy okra is sacrilegious. Like that's
it's like that hasn't been prepared correctly. It should not be slimy. It
at
should
all.
it should still have a soft firm
literally
consistency.
how a lot of older people like it. They like it sauteed in the skillet with like onions and stuff. And it's when you cook it down,
what
it's not
struggle
fried.
y'all older people went through, but our ancestors,
we didn't get it that way.
Our ancestors are rolling over in their grave right now. The fact that you
well,
kind
you're
of
from
justified it.
Louisiana, duh. Like people in Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida, they cook it different, and that's how.
No,
they
they don't know. You saying they don't know how to cook? You just trying to be nice about it.
No, I'm saying I don't like it cooked that way, so I only like it fried. However, if I had to just eliminate something I'm completely over, it would really be broccoli. I'm over that.
All right, so we gotta hook you up with some correctly cooked okra.
Yeah.
So are you frying this okra? Because if it's not fried, I'm not eating it.
No, if you cook this stewed the right way and you eat it with rice and shrimp
with
and
some
sausage,
with some tomatoes
you will rock that shit. You hear me? You will rock it.
With some shrimp and some sausage. Over a bed of rice. You
will destroy that shit.
Game changer.
Okay. Listen, this is on record. Now, who's cooking it? Are you cooking it this team, or are you gonna cook it easy? Who's gonna pony up?
We're gonna have to table that for a second.
I'll take the jump.
Give me the choices again. It's kale, Brussels sprouts,
broccoli, and okra.
Okay, so this is an easy choice for me. Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, we know.
Man, it can get
it
the
out.
fuck
We already
gone.
know.
There's only one way to enjoy it: right in the trash. Okay.
It's cabbage. You don't eat cabbage?
I do not. Get that shit out of here as well.
Okay,
get it out of here.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna look slow real quick. I had no idea that Brussels sprouts was basically cabbage.
It's baby cabbages.
It could be adult cabbage, baby cabbage, toddler cabbage,
geriatric cabbage.
I don't give a fuck.
Stem cell cabbage.
I ain't eating it. Yep. Don't care. I don't care. I ain't eating that shit. All right. It's gone. It's out of here. Now, as far as what's staying, them other three could most definitely stay. Broccoli is great. Okra is great. All right. Wait, let me take that back. Kale is not great, but I would sleep on a bed of kale before I ever eat Brussels sprouts. Okay.
You ain't had them cooked right.
I'm about to say, baby, you ain't had them cooked right.
You ain't had them cooked right. You ain't had them like, just.
Hold on.
I told you there's only one right.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and take this dive of shame too. What cooked dish are y'all putting with kale tied in?
First, let me tell you, one of my main getting dishes is Brussels sprouts with a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette and honey and kosher salt drizzled all over it. Put it in the oven, roast it for like 45 minutes. It's delicious. And I usually pair that with like some sort of salmon or like really nice fish or something like that. Or in like maybe some wild rice or some linguine or something like that. And that's really a great adult meal.
I'm gonna tell you how adult I would be. You would never know. I'd be like, damn, this salmon jamming. All the while, that Brussels sprouts right in that napkin, face down in the trash can. Like, was it good? Yeah, it was. Man, them shits was good.
But it's gonna happen. They doing everything good.
That is
true.
Let
me just get on this Brussels sprout. I love Brussels sprouts, but let me just do a food rant real quick. Y'all have to really clean Brussels sprouts. This is not a let me roast the whole thing. It has dirt on the inside of the little leaves. Like you need to cut it and really wash it. And it do have little bugs in there. So you need to really wash it.
Or you could just save yourself some time and just not eat that shit at all.
They're so good for you. And they taste amazing. So just do it.
They are really good.
They are like the sexiest vegetables. They're so good.
Well, I don't want sexy. I want it to taste good.
You're older than all of us. You should learn to like sexy vegetables. You're gonna need them. Your joints need them.
Yes,
I'm good.
You don't want to pull a muscle tying up your shoe 16. I mean, it happens for me in your age. I'm just saying.
Your age.
Your age.
Hey, not pulling a muscle tying your shoe. Jesus Christ.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
What's on your mind? What you got on your mind, Diva? She didn't turn her camera off. She's so angry. Calm down.
No, somebody else go first because I had to do something. But I mean, I'm gonna be back, but I gotta think about what direction I want my rant to go today.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could go first.
All right.
Yay.
So, what's the difference between wild rice and regular rice? Like, is it caught in the wild, or What's the difference?
That's a really good random.
I also want to throw out there that Cheesecake Factory told the people that own their properties that they weren't going to pay them rent, and they still in business.
Yep.
And I feel like that's just a huge white privilege flex, but I don't know if the ownership's white, but kudos to them. They got away with it.
Yep.
Good shit, Easy.
Facts.
Huh. So my random is I went to a high profile business conference, and the finest example of privilege is when you're torn and you are struggling to make decisions about joining a higher level coaching program, and you just say, I was just so worried about the money and if I should do it, and I wasn't really selling real estate like that. I was just doing it for fun, but I charged $25,000 on my credit card and didn't tell my husband so I could join this high level program. Yeah, that's pretty random and not something everybody does when they're just not really selling real estate and just doing it for fun, to have the privilege to just charge $25,000 on a credit card and just not tell nobody, and your husband didn't notice. That's definitely financial privilege, I'll tell you that.
Charge $25 on the credit card, I'm gonna notice.
Yeah, what kind of credit card did they swipe? Fuck.
Man.
Listen. And your husband
I should start laughing at me. I try to swipe something for $25,000. People be like, nigga, you ain't got this money. Sit your ass down.
Man, Chase Bank gonna look at me and be like, come on, man.
Be like, bro.
Chill, homie. Don't make me embarrass you in front of this long line of people, dog. Chill.
Cue the Lawrence Fishburne meme right here as Ike Turner for that
extra
one.
Zeros on that.
Yeah.
And that's not anything else. Listen, that's not advertising budget. That's not fun. Well, okay, I'm not gonna talk about that kind of stuff because most people are gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
We need to do a separate episode where you just summarize that whole event. It looked cool.
That event was so fucking
I like to
dope,
say
man.
that you all know I just bought a house recently, and thank you. I'm not really sold on home ownership at this point. But with all the extra costs that have gone into it since I've been here for 38, 39 days.
That shit hit different when you can't call maintenance.
That shit hit real difference. And I know I joked about this a couple of weeks ago with some of my offline friends, but starting this week, you will find me at the Blue Flame on Thursday through Sunday nights. I got a couple of trees that need to come down, and that's like another $7,000.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna need to make that real quick. So if you all could support the cause, I would appreciate it. I don't want to do it long. I just want to be there long enough to get up some tree money. I need to get these trees taken care of. So either I'm gonna climb a tree at the Blue Flame, or I'm gonna have to climb a tree out here in this cul-de-sac. Either way, something needs to be climbed up on. So if you all could just support your girl just real quick, just for a few weeks, like I said, Thursday through Sunday, I would appreciate that very much so. That's all I got.
Hey, a guy named Jack Harlow once said that Blue Flame be jam-packed.
Thursday through Sunday.
It is COVID and recession proof. These are facts.
Thursday through Sunday. The top of the week, I got to get this homework done. So I can be there the latter part of the week. But the top of the week, I got homework, I got parenting to do. So I need, a few days to do their homework up so that they ready, they ready by the end of the week. But Thursday night through Sunday night.
Tiki, we'll talk. You just need a sugar daddy. Like, you need somebody you can talk to, pat that knee, that's it, and be done with it. You ain't gotta climb the pole. Do less work, make more money.
If you have one really quick, send him over here.
Hey, I don't know if this is the definition of the week, but pat that meat right there.
I said pat the kneecap.
She said pat the knee. Pat the knee.
I do like petting that meat though.
Oh God.
That meat, though, you might get a little more than the $7,000.
Man, I am never gonna get that job.
No, you are not.
How bad do you want them trees cut down?
Hey, look, how about this? We wait till Tiki gets her feedback, and then we'll post the episode.
No, I need my tree money, so fuck that. I gotta get this done.
Oh, yeah, she's not getting a job.
Yeah, I come to those conclusions. It's all right though. That was a good try.
The Blue Flame, it's a good segue. I'm about to not mess this up. The Blue Flame, an Atlanta mainstay. And you know what else is an Atlanta mainstay, unfortunately? Atlanta traffic. So my random has to deal with Atlanta traffic. And
you only got 3 minutes.
I do. And here's my problem with Atlanta traffic is that the excuse that you get when you talk about how bad it is, the first thing that people who are native from Atlanta want to say is, well, we got so many people from all other places. That's why the traffic is so bad.
Last time I checked, Cobb County is in the state of Georgia.
No, you shut the fuck up right this moment. Not in a minute, not tomorrow, not later, now. And I'm going to tell you why you need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up because the logic is every bad driver from everywhere else managed to come here in a melting pot to make traffic fucked up. You stupid. How about there's just bad drivers in Georgia? That's it. They want to just blame it on, so all the bad people came from everywhere else. The main people be breaking and fucking up shit here. So people be from Texas.
Jeff from Texas decided to swap out his Texas plate for a Cherokee County
Georgia plate.
You know?
No. It's not even bad drivers from southern states. It is bad drivers from either California or New York. It's New York drivers.
California
it's up north drivers that have come down here that are the bad
Sunday drivers.
I
see
Sunday drivers around here. Cobb County.
You've been living
Douglas.
You've been living in Georgia all your life, and you still don't know where to go. One of the main ones. Yes.
But 16. Let me ask you this. First of all, I am a native of Atlanta. We know that. However, the odds of people on a day-to-day basis meeting people who are legit from Atlanta is so rare that people are always shocked. So what does that tell you, my brother? It tells you
so they got all the bad drivers. So all the bad drivers come from somewhere else. These are the same people. Let's think about Kyle Parkway for a second. The 5 lanes on Kyle Parkway. The 285 been in the same lane since the beginning of time. Oh, all of a sudden, I forgot. I need to be way over here. That's Jeff in Des Moines. That's him every time.
Yeah,
no, it's country ass Bobby from Rockdale County who knew the exit was coming up over there and decided to wait. He been knowing it was coming and did it anyway.
The GPS probably beeped twice.
It's not him from Rockdale County. It is him from Taylor County or from, is it Loudons County or Peach County? Yeah, Lowndes, Peach County, Bibb County. It's one of them counties.
I only know because I went to vote off the state. So Lowndes County, like you do have them people who really come up here for events and stuff, and they do freak the hell out because it is very difficult to drive. Like I don't have to go anywhere before 8 o'clock, and I had to take an errand this morning at 6 o'clock, and I was just like, damn, I forgot how fast people drive in the morning. I was just like, I get out around 10, it's very chill. Everybody's, copa steady, but like the 90 miles an hour, like on GP, I was taken aback by it. No lie. I was like, oh, damn, I'm a little out of practice. Okay, this what we doing? All right, cool.
I'm just saying, I'm tired of hearing that argument. It don't float. Every bad driver from elsewhere did not come here. This is my mic drop.
Well, why don't you start asking those bad drivers where they're from, and I guarantee you they ain't native.
I'm too busy speeding past them. I can't.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I guess we're all about to depart.
All right. Well, I had fun, guys. I'll see y'all the next time.
This is great. Wave to the camera. Appreciate y'all listening. Follow It's The Radio Show on Instagram, The Radio Show on Facebook. And we're going to keep coming with more content. That part.
Okay, so first, I just want to say, 16, how long is your beard now?
Oh, it's out here. You can't hardly see it because I got this this blue shirt on.
Come closer. I was trying to measure it in my mind, but I was just
put your face in the camera.
I'm gonna put my face in the camera.
It's like how long is this thing? Like, what are we doing here?
If you didn't wash your face, just say so, bro. That's all you gotta say, dog.
What is
I don't want to be all over it. Okay, so somewhere, Mike in Michigan is gonna be watching this. He'll be like, "Why in the hell is this guy right in the camera?" Sorry, Mike.
Because Tiki Blue asked you.
Like when you at the house, boy, are you sitting there braiding it, or do you?
No.
I used to say, are you?
No, he's using 9 Hair Co. beard oil. That's what he's doing.
Yes, 9hairco.com for all your beard oil. Peppermint is this one. Peppermint.
Yes.
Interesting. I was just like, man, it is really long. Like, you're gonna be one of them type dudes that I'm like, oh wow, you got more beard hair than hair, but that's neither here. That was random as fuck, by the way. It
was.
Yep.
Want to put that
and you were about to make a pun, so I'm kind of mad that you stopped yourself.
Tiki, I got a question for you. So you were told by somebody that they don't want to take the vaccine because they don't know what's in it. But does anybody know what's in any vaccine? I'm not talking about like a doctor, but does any Joe Blow in a vaccine?
Not even just the vaccine, but do you know what's in any of this shit? I mean, just think about this. Burger King said they just got rid of 142 ingredients out of their food. Did you even know it was 142 random ass ingredients in the Burger King food?
No,
I can't even name 142
ingredients. I can't even name 142, but they still out here lining up at the damn Burger King getting that shit, but you don't want to get a vaccine because you don't know what's in it. None of this shit makes sense to me. I don't care if people get vaccinated or not, but come with some logical shit. Don't tell me it's because you don't know what's in it. That's some bullshit. You don't know what's in these e-cigarettes that you smoking. You don't know what's in this food that you out here eating. You don't know what's in this alcohol that you out here drinking. Yeah, you talking about, on the label it say, but who's to say that it ain't hidden shit because you only got to have a certain amount of shit for it to even be on the label. So who's to say that the shit that's not on the label ain't fucking you up on the slide? But because you don't know what's in it, you ain't getting the vaccine. All right, that's some dumb shit, but okay.
Look, they got some people who they don't know what's in the person they laying next to either.
And they still fucking them. And it's some people out here with some shit in them, like for real. It's some people who got some real shit. Like
no pun intended.
Like yes. Like it's people out here with layers and layers and layers of fucked up shit. And you still out here swallowing them. So what the hell you mean you ain't taking it because you don't know what's in it? That's some bullshit.
Oh shit.
Wait, should I not have said that?
Nah, whatever.
Okay, you can set it out.
It's staying.